Okay, welcome back. Continuing on with the interior, I'm on steps 7 through 9. So 7 is doing the racing seats and painting them, putting the decals on, and then you've got that little tubing part there. 8 is all about the dashboarded steering wheel, and 9 is fitting the dashboard. You got that little gear lever which has all been painted, and that's what I'm doing now. So let's turn the flash on. Right, so on the sprue I've done the both racing seats with the seatbelt decals. So just painted the seats on the front in the Revel anthracite to make it look like carbon fibre. On the back you've got the Kevlar, or whatever you want to call it. So I used the gold. I actually had some gold from when I painted my statues. This was Stolium, and it's safe to use on plastic as well. So I painted those. It took about 3 coats in the gold, and then I got my Tamiya clear yellow and just did a couple of coats of the yellow on top of the gold. Or you can buy some Kevlar decal paper if you can get some. And then the seatbelt decals, I just gloss coated the actual anthracite for the seat, and then just put the decals on them, all separate decals. So that's a separate decal, that's a separate decal for the seat belts. You've got the ones that go around the side, which are the ones that go over the waist. You've got the rest of the seat belt harness, whatever you want to call it, that goes between the leads, and they're all kicked together like a 5-point harness. Same for that one. Then you've got the Ricardo decals. Once the microset had dried, I then sold them and then went back over with my gloss. Then I've done the dashboard. Now the dashboard looks sweet. Let's turn that flash off because it's a bit shiny. Right, the dashboard, I've never seen such a detailed dashboard. I had, how many decals? 6 decals. Actually, turn that flash back on. So I had one for the main dash for the speedometer and the rev counter and that's like a semicircle shape with a cutout for the steering arm. Then you've got this like side decal here with some like knobs and buttons. You got another one there, a little one there, a little one there on that dash counter, whatever you want to call it, and then I've got one with all these push buttons. Usually I only just get that, the speedometer decal, but you get 6 decals and they look really nice. So again, with the microset, once that dry, microsol, and then just sealed it with a clear gloss. And then last but not least, you've got the steering arm with the arms on that, the actual steering box with the arms, and with the shaft that will go into there. That's just painted in gloss black. And then you've got the steering wheel itself. I've done anthracite for the outside, and then gloss black for the inside. So all I've got to do now is fit the seats into the dashboard, as it says in step 7 through 9. Right, I've now completed construction on steps through 9. So the seats, they're in now. On the front here, there's like a little rectangular raised tab, and that locks into the back lip of the front part of the seat. At the back, it was 2 little rectangular raised notches again, but with 2 little pins on top, and them just lock into the corner of the back of the seat. you have to manoeuvre it round slightly, but once you'll know when you've got it in, because it will fit into place, and it's like a click in a way. But you'll know that it's in place because you won't be able to move it. And there's 2 pins there as well. The steering wheel, the dashboard, it was probably the easiest dashboard I've ever put in. Usually it's a bit of a faff to get it in there, but this one was really easy, because first thing I did last night, I glued the steering arm in with the steering wheel into the dashboard. There was like a little semicircle tab. Just let that dry overnight. And you got the steering wheel, and you've got these little channels here, and there's a channel there as well. And you just drop it in, basically. It's actually quite easy. But the one thing you've got to be careful of, right here, there's like a little cutout. Is it on that side? No, it's on this side. On that side, it's just push it down the channel, and there's a fair bit of clearance for this roll cage arm. For this one, I don't know if you can make it out, but there's actually a little semicircle cutout, much like on the main dash center console, and you just maneuver your arm into that little cutout, and again put it down that channel. Once you've pushed it down all the way, just let your glue, just put the glue there and just let it seep down. That's it. That was one of the easiest dashboards I've ever put in. Then you've got this gear knob assembly. So there's a little hole in the dashboard here, and there's a hole there and a hole there. I had to widen those slightly, and then just put a drop of glue and just push that down, and that's it. The first part of the tub's done. So the next part will be assembling the roll cage over all that. But very, very easy indeed to put all that together. Right, welcome back. The interior and onto the chassis is all complete. So going on to step 11, you've got the rear tyre, spare tyre cradle, which mounts onto the top of these 2 mounts for the suspension arm when they poke through. Then you've got to mount the interior cockpit onto the chassis. You can see there's 4 pinholes there mounted in. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've also got to manoeuvre it, so that cutout there, you've got to manoeuvre that round the casing for the suspension hub. And once you've done that, you've got the roll cage top itself, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of contact, and those were quite difficult to get in and to get them to sit and stay. And then you've got the spare wheel that sits into the cradle. So using my Rust-Oleum gold, because it told me to do 1 part silver chrome, 1 part gold to paint those mounts. Took 2 coats. Once that was dry, I then mounted those onto the strut hub for the suspension. When the suspension glues into there, it makes a little peg, and there's a peg hole underneath there, and you just hold that down like that. And then taking the wheel out, if you look closely, that still moves, because them are the only point of gluing. Once that's done, I sprayed the wheel rim in the grey primer, then the white, then the appliance gloss white on top of that, and that will just sit in there like that. And then part of this hoop here, the cradle, will actually hold that slightly, but I don't trust that 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of red ribbon, and I'm going to go across, and I'm going to brace that down so it don't move, because I've got a feeling that will come loose if I don't hold it down once the body shell goes on. And then you've got the roll cage as well. So there's 2 holes in the dashboard with the little pins on this part of the roll cage. You just put them into place. But this is where it gets difficult. on here there's a cutout, and that arm from the previous update, that'll sit in the cutout, but on this side, on the right side, there's no cutout. It just rests against the bottom of the roll cage arm. So I had to use super glue. So getting my tweezers, I had to hold that into place because it kept wanting to pop out. And then I wrapped some tape around the prongs of the tweezers to hold that down overnight with the super glue. The next morning, when I got home from work the next day, I took the tape off and that had glued into place perfectly. That one was easy. Like I said, it just rests on the inside, so I just put a drop of super glue in there. Above the roll cage behind the driver's and co-driver seat, there's actually a little U channel here and here, and you just push those down and those lock into place, and I just put a drop of glue in there. And then there and there wasn't even a pin or a pinhole. You just hold them down, put your drop of glue on and just hold it down, and that's it. That was really difficult trying to get them all to get in. You know, I get that in, then that pops out, and it was just a nightmare. So that's why I had to use super glue. Left the super glue 24 hours to dry, then I just put a drop of Tamiya extra thin on every point of contact. So that's the interior done with the roll cage. Now, there, and there are your pinholes and pin mounts. And then I had to manoeuvre it round the hub of the suspension arms where it sticks through. I had to shave those down slightly and sand them down because there was a bit of flash on them, stopping them going down 100%, and on this side as well. Once I got rid of the flash, I just put a drop of glue there, and there. And then I pushed down like this with my two thumbs and my fingers. And then keep pushing down. And then eventually that slotted into place. And then once I've got them into place, I just put a drop of Tamiya extra thin both sides. And that's looking really nice. Not bad at all. So again, that is the interior and the chassis done. I can now start work on the body shell. Right, okay. I've done a bit more work on the Celica. The last bit being putting the rim and tyre in the back of the cradle. So what I've done is I've put the Michelin little decals on with the Michelin pilot decals on the actual tyres themselves. You just push them on and then dab a bit of water on, and then they come off the backing paper. And then it's just one tiny little decal with Oz Racing on the actual sport rims. I'm not going to be using the sport rims. I'm using the rally rims. But the rally rims, it says do not use. Parts not to be used. And you can see all them numbers. All those, about 20 odd parts not to be used. Now, the rally rims are a B18. And it says there, not to be used. So I'm using the rally rims. Right. So I'll put that in the cradle. As it says there, but I don't like the way it's in the cradle because I've got a feeling it might come out. So what I've done is I've put some of that ribbon round it. So I've put the ribbon, I've tucked it into the cradle as best I can. I actually got my knife and pulled that up slightly so it widens it. So I've got my rally rim in. And then I put the ribbon on the inside of the rim, super glued it with the Gorilla Glue gel. And then just wrapped it round, and then got my knife and then tucked it underneath there to open that a bit. And then I've just tucked the ribbon underneath there. So, and then I've pushed it a bit down a bit further, so it'll hold that in. So you can see the Michelin and the Pilot logos there. Now with the Oz Racing, I've had to do those decals myself, because it only gives you that one decal for the sport rims. So I've just got a picture on the internet and then shrunk it down and just printed it on my clear paper. And I went 10mm, so it's 10mm from there to there. And I've printed 5 of those off, one for the spare wheel and one set each for the rims once I put them on. So hopefully that should hold that into place, and I think it looks really nice. So that's the interior finished. Now with the body shell, I've primed it, but the first thing I did was put the lids on for the pop-up headlights. So all it tells you to do, it's telling you to paint and put the decals on. And the only bit of construction I've actually got to do is putting the lids on top of the pop-up lights. So I've done that. But on this side, I had to put, it tells you to put them through the top, but I actually found it easy to put them on the bottom. So I'll just put a drop of glue on the inside, push them up. But the only trouble is, where that side there is absolutely flush, this side here, even though I've put it flush that side, wasn't flush this side. It was like a step. So what I've done is I've just got a bit of my household filler, put that on, let it dry and sand it down, and that looks wonderful now. So I'm hoping once I re-primer this, hopefully that should look really, really nice. So I basically just primed that because I wanted to see if there's any other imperfections, which there isn't. So I've put all the tape on the inside of the shell, because I'm going to leave that bare plastic white, and then I'm going to respray this in the primer to cover that up, and then once that's done, I'm going to respray that in the white. And then last but not least, painting the windows. So it's telling me to paint from the inside, so I've just got some of my curve tape from Tamiya and my 1mm masking tape, and just masked off the inside where the pattern is, which it says there. That's going to be a decal that has to go just below the black line, and it's like a grid, like I think it might be the windscreen heating strip, maybe. So that's a decal that's got to go on later. So it's took me like, what, 2 coats of matte black and 2 coats of gloss black on top of that, and that looks wonderful. So I'm just waiting for this to dry before I take the tape off. So that's where I'm sitting at the moment with the Celica.